Hello everyone, I am Charmaine Brown and I am blessed to be here with you today. We are in the studio, Impact Gospel Radio, and this is Mental Health, a holistic impact, where we talk about anything. And when I mean anything, I mean object, comments, anything, concept, anything that bothers our mind and allow us to be off balance in our mind. Because once our mind is off balance, then we automatically become off balance. This show is aired every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Daytime. Does Central Daytime turn to Central Nighttime? Because it's so dark outside from after 3, after 4 people. I'm serious. It's dark. 7:30 Eastern Daytime. And I am happy for those who normally watch this show. Welcome. Those who just join us, this is where we will discuss things and how to, why am I stumbling? And how to navigate so that we may be better people for ourselves, our family, and people around us. Last week we were talking about planting seed in ourselves. We did not finish the topic because it's a big topic. I just want to dive into it some more and talk about how we can maintain our seeds that we plant. And I refer the seeds as a figurative speech, figurative talking, where of course seeds are planted in soil and they mature. We are going to plant good deeds in ourselves and let it mature as well, so that we may be better people. So how we maintain seeds that we plant in ourselves? First of all, we're going to stay clear of people who mean us no good. There are times when we meet people in our lives, or we have friends in our lives, or even family members, or just people along the way, groups that we join, co-workers, whatever it is. We meet these people that have no intention to see us prosper. They have no intention for good to come out of our lives. We are going to stay clear of those people. People who think we are nothing, people who think we don't deserve much, and people who wish bad for us. People who criticize us all the time. Even though, yes, you can criticize me, but how often are you going to do it, and in what era of my life? What era of my life are you going to do it? Because to criticize someone all the time, no. You mean there's nothing good the person ever do? No. If you're going to criticize someone, you criticize them in a positive way, and you point out as well. Point out what they're doing well along the way. So those people you stay clear of for your own peace of mind. Because you know and I know, well, it takes a lot from my mind to get rid of people. It takes a lot for the straw to break my back. It takes a lot for me to just say, you know what, enough is enough. It takes a lot for that for me. But what if it doesn't take a lot for you to reach that point? Just cut it off. Just said, you know what, enough is enough, and I am not going to do this, and this is negative thought, this is negative attitude towards me. I am going to stop it, and so that I can maintain my peace of mind and I can be positive about myself. Because some persons are growing, they haven't reached the point where they are there, and even if you are there where you want to reach, where whatever people say don't mean crap to you, even if you're at that point, you still have to maintain that, because wholeness is continuous, as I always say. Keep a positive attitude. I know there are things that are happening in and around us, in and around our lives. Sickness, death, grief, lack of job, unemployment, which is lack of job. I mean, here say families strive, confusion, people misunderstanding each other, things that will allow negative thoughts to enter our mind. All around us, life happens. You know what? Most people ask, why does good things happen to bad people? But why does bad things happen to good people? And vice versa. Listen, good things happen to bad people, good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people. Life is where it's a balance. Whatever happened good to good people can happen bad and will happen bad to bad people. Whatever good things happen to good people will also happen to a bad person. So life is a balance. So it's not only you, it's life. We have to shoulder whatever is coming. Most of what we go through, if you want to do it by percentage, or if you want to do it numerically, you will realize that most things that are going around and that are coming our way might be negative. You still need to be in the frame of mind where you embrace positivity. You latch on to the positive things around you, and that can happen, and that will happen around you, and just keep thinking about positive things despite what might be happening around you that are negative. And yes, you're going to say, Charmaine, I have family members that are not doing well, they are not feeling well, they are in a deep right now, and I cannot stay positive. But if you don't stay positive, who will? Who will? And do you want to go around these people that are not? I'm not saying you're to be a hypocrite, which I'll talk about in a little while. I'm not saying you're to be a hypocrite, going around this person that I might not be doing well, or you might be grieving or whatever, and you're not feeling well and pretending that you're feeling well. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying find the positive things about that situation. For instance, when my brother died and I could not focus on the positive, I could not, it was so devastating. I have never, people, I'm telling you the truth, I have never felt grief like that in all my entire life. You know what? We're going to take a break. I don't know. We just started the show and we're taking a break already. I don't know if the producer is doing this on purpose. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we will continue on the positive and negative seeds that we need to embrace. Welcome back, everyone. I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you on Impact Gospel Radio, Mental Health, a Holistic Impact, this Monday evening, 6:30. We start at 6:30 Central Daytime, 7:30 Eastern Daytime, and find us on social media. We are on most social media. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. I was saying that in my state of grief, when I lost my brother, I've never felt anything so distraughtful before. Never. In my entire life, I've never gone through grief. I've had people I have family members and friends and stuff like that, people who died, and I grieve, but I've never felt it so severe. And I am thinking, at the time, I was thinking there was nothing for me to think about positive, because I was just trying to make do of what happened and what could have be done to keep him alive. And then I wasn't even thinking about a negative or a positive. I was just trying to work through the situation and have that feeling of doom over my life, to the point where I didn't know where I was or what I was doing. And so you're saying, Charmaine, I have felt bad in a situation where I cannot think anything positive. All I can think about is negative things. But in that situation, with those people that you have lost, or with that situation that you're going through, there must be something positive in that area that you can pull out and focus on, and every time the situation come up that will pass, or that will give you that sensation of a negative effect, you put that positive thing that you found into that place and keep putting it in to outdo the negative. I'm going to clarify that. For instance, with my brother, to overcome what happened was knowing that I got time to be with him before he passed. And I keep focusing on the situation that if I did not get the time to spend with him, if it had happened fast, suddenly, then it would be more hurt for me than getting more days with him where I could hug him and talk to him, hold his hand, visit him, sit there with him, to that point where I focus on that, what was there and what I could have taken away from that, and let it outshine the sadness that captivate my soul, and try to focus. And at this point in time, now I am always looking forward to better days and in a positive light. Partake in things that help us grow. Focusing still on the negative and positive, we are going to look at things that make us strive. We want to strive in the situation that we are in. We might not have a job, but can we do something else that will take away that sadness? Can we cook some meal? I can't bake. I tried to bake and it was like a dumpling or a rock. I tried to bake. I buy these things, I mix them up, and it turned out, trust me, like a rock. I'm not even joking about that. It was so hard it could stone a dog. And not that I'm telling you to go stone any dog, but that's a phrase we use in Jamaica when something is just not done properly. So I can't bake. I can cook though, but I don't like to cook. I love to watch TV, so what I do, if something is bothering my mind, the favorite thing for me to do is take my warm blanket with a pillow, go on my sofa, and binge watch movie. And I cuddle and I watch movie, and I love that. And it brings out something good in me. I will play with my dog. I talk to my dog like I'm talking to someone. My dog is wise, people. My dog understands things. Trust me, she understands when I talk to her. Might sound like I'm crazy, but I'm not. My dog is wise. I talk to friends, I talk to my husband, I talk to my sisters, my brothers, and my mother sometimes, and I just try to counteract that feeling of sadness and partake in things that bring out positivity and growth. I read a book. I start reading people. My friend Marcine Brown, she write a book, and I buy it and I'm reading it, and it's a perfect romance. So I start reading again. I haven't read for years anything of pleasure. So yes, continue to believe and strive and make our character solidified. How are we going to solidify our characteristics? How are we going to do that? So you build some values in yourself. You are truthful, you're honest, you love people, you're kind. All these characteristics that you have built that allow you to feel good about yourself, you need to solidify them. You need to not allow people to steal them. I always come back to the Bible. There is a part in the Bible. And you know, when I tell the Bible story, I cannot tell you exactly where it is because I just read it for myself and try to remember. There's a part in the Bible where it says, the enemy come to steal, to destroy, and to kill. To kill, to steal, and to destroy. And I won't go to the next part. The enemy comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. The enemy can be presented in anyone, at any place, anytime. When you build this character, your character, with the values that you want, because you see success and you feel good about yourself, there are people out there who will try to rob you. And when I mean rob you, talk bad about you, do something that will make you angry. For instance, people who are getting over anger, or who have suffered from anger attitude, who have suffered from being angry all the time and don't know how to control their anger. People out there might get you angry, and I will talk about the I Can't Drive Club. Who will get you angry on the road? There are people who will get you angry at times. Try not to fall into that trap. Try not to fall in the trap that people who you are trying to work on your honesty. For instance, you were a liar before. People, I believe that everyone tell lies sometime in their life. Some people practice it more than others. There are people who are pathological liars. I'm telling you. But they are working on it. They are working on it. You know what? When we come back from the break, we'll talk about liars and values and try not to allow people to steal it from us. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we continue with the planting good seeds in our lives. Welcome back, everyone. I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you. We are talking about planting seeds in ourselves for our character to be good, where we flourish. This is Mental Health, a holistic impact, and we're on Impact Gospel Radio. Monday, I don't know the date, but it's 6:30. We start at 6:30 p.m. Central Daytime. 7:30 Eastern Daytime. I was talking about pathological liars. People, there are others who were pathological liars, and they are trying to groom themselves not to be a liar. And now people know this about them and try to sabotage their growth, trying to put things in their way for them to tell lies. You people need to stop that. There are people who are kleptomania. There are people who do things that they'd rather not do. For instance, alcoholic, persons who might do things to others that they know not to be done, because they know that persons are overcoming certain situation and want to continue on that path. They put these temptations in people's way that people can fall into their traps. Do not let that happen. Solidify your character and build on it. Continue to do things to ensure it become habitual. So if you decided that you're going to speak the truth no matter what, continue to let that become a habit of yours. Continue to speak the truth where it becomes a part of you. That's what I'm saying. That will allow that your characteristic to build on a strong foundation. Be kind. Be kind to self and be kind to others. There are some people who can be B-T- I can't even spell it anymore. H- Am I spelling it properly? Yes, I think I spelled it properly. I can't spell with the skipping out of letters. There are people out there who are bad. They do things that are unkind. They hurt people a lot with unkind practices. Try not to do that. If that was something that you used to practice before and you're trying to get rid of that, work on it. It might take time for you not to be unkind, because sometimes I think it takes years for me to not care what people say or not. It takes a year for me to build certain characteristic in myself. It takes years for me to stay by myself and learn about me and just stick to my values. And so it takes years to reach to this point where I don't give a S-I- about anything what people say about me, because most times it's not true. Most times it's not true. So build your characteristic. Be kind to yourself. And some people, you've been doing things for a while. I'm going to give you an example. You have been baking for a while, and out of the 10 batch that you bake, one batch, or out of 10 batches of 20 cookies, so 10 times 20 is how much? 10 times 20, 200, is it? I am bad at mathematics too. Oh my God. So, I don't want to laugh. So, you bake 10 batches of cookies that has 20 cookies in each batch, which is equal to 200 cookies. Out of the 10 batch, one tray has half of the tray is no good. So you have 10 batches of cookie of 20. half of one tray, which is 10 cookies, not good. And you start to beat up yourself, and you start talking bad things about yourself, and you start sulking, and you start saying bad things. Why? 9.5 is good. 9.5 of what you bake. 9.5 of the batch that you bake. So 9 tens, 190 and 10, whatever, I can't check right now, they are good. And you are beating up yourself. You're an idiot. I am not good. I don't know how I could do this. How can I do this? Like, I'm going to tell you what happened to me this week. So I've never cooked in the crock pot before. Crock pot before. CROCK in the crock pot before. My husband cook in the crock pot all the time, and his meal come out. The meal come out so well. But I don't like beef and stuff, you know. And my husband is on keto diet, so he eats a lot of protein. Not me so much. I don't really like meat. Anyways, I got some fresh meat. I think it was oxtail, and I decided to use the crock pot to cook this for 8 hours. So now I wanted to put in the crock pot, I wanted to put yam. I put yellow yam, and it was so expensive. I buy it so expensive. Anyway, I put yellow yam in the crock pot. I put Irish potato. I put, what else did I put in that pot? I put the meat, seasoning. I think those were the two staples that I put, or the two carbohydrate thing that I put in the crock pot. So there we are watching TV. The crock pot is going, and I said, you know what? Let me go look at the crock pot. People, in my mind. So let me tell you this. To be fair with you, my husband told me, Charmaine, I think you might need to cook the yam in a different pot, and then just leave the yam out. But in my mind, I wasn't thinking that something would happen to the yam. When I went to look in the pot, I am telling you, people, I don't know if I'm trying to find something black as here, right here. The yam turned black, like right on this material right here. The yam was black, and I mean, I peel the whole, all the amount of yam I buy, I put in the pot, because we know how to cook yellow yam. Yellow yam is cooked and put into hot water, where the water boil over it for the surface of the yam not to be black. You know what? When I come back, I tell you about this yam and what happened. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk a little bit more. Welcome back, everyone. I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you on Impact Gospel Radio. The program is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. I am just going to jump into it. We're talking about the yellow yam that I put in the pot, not allowing the yellow yam to go at the bottom of the crack, and a little bit of water, warm water, boiling water, in the yellow yam in the boiling water, then add the meat and the potato. That's not what I did. Some of the yellow yam were on top, and they were black. And so I said to my husband, oh my God, the yam turned black. And he was like, well, you're just trying the crock pot. We said we were going to try the crock pot to see how it cooked, and everything else turned out well. I mean, I could not, if I had used my pressure cooker at that time, it turned out well, just well, because sometimes I use the pressure cooker and it overcooked my meat too soft. And that one it cooked good. It has a little bit bite to it. It was very soft. It was soft, but not where it's melting in my mouth. And I like it. I just throw out the black yam. Am I gonna beat up myself about that? No, because I said to myself, I want to try the crock pot with my cooking, because sometimes I would just want to put my meat into the crock pot for 8 hours and go about my business, instead of having a pressure cooker on the fire making all this noise and while cooking, and I have to take it off certain time because I don't want it to dry out and burn in the pot and stuff like that. So I'm not going to beat up myself. No, be kind to yourself. Know that you're doing something well. The one thing that you don't do well, that's fine. We're not perfect, and even people who are perfect or who try to be perfect, they make so many mistakes that it drives them crazy as well. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Don't speak bad about people if you don't have to. Do we have to speak bad about people? All right, I'm going to fence up that talk. Let me fence it up. I'm trying to fence it up without laughing. Honestly, there are times when people are bad, and there are times when we need to speak the truth about the bad person. For instance, if somebody comes into your place, if you have a friend and your friend come into your place and steal from you continuously, we cannot say that the attitude of that person is good. The person might be good, but the practice of that person is not good. So are we going to pretend that the person is going to talk good about the person when somebody's talking about stealing? No. If somebody's talking about stealing, we're going to say, yeah, we know that he's a thief, so we put our things away. We're not going to pretend like all is good. No, that's what I mean when I said, if you have to talk bad about somebody, it must be in a kind way. Can we talk about somebody in a kind way? Can we talk bad about somebody in a kind way? I believe so. Yes, we can. Think about it. Give me your comment. I am watching my phone. We are on www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. You have the opportunity to send us comments and to talk to us, and info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. We're on over more than 6 social medias. Find us, like us, and talk to us. The next step we're going to do, we're going to be merciful. I asked my husband today, can people be merciful? Because in my mind, only God is merciful. Because sometimes we say we are merciful and we are not. In our heart, we are not merciful. Let us try to be merciful, and let us try to solidify the mercy that we can lend to other people and give to other people. This is a big one, people. We need to be humble. I'm going to repeat that. We need to be humble. Sometimes we are so cocky. Oh my word. Sometimes we are so show off and proud. Sometimes we walk like we are on cloud 9 or cloud 19 or cloud 90 or cloud 190. Something with 9 in it. Sometimes we pass people like we don't see them. I am not saying to step up to people and say hi when you really don't see them. But sometimes we see them and we pretend like we don't see them. Sometimes we are so cocky we can't even say good morning or good night or good afternoon. Sometimes we are so cocky we can't stop and listen to what somebody has to say to us. Sometimes people are having problem and they just want a listening ear, but we are so cocky, proud, bossy. We have no time for people. How are we going to solidify our character and our characteristics when we are not humble? How are we going to do that? Because if you're proud, you're not going to want to hear what people have to say about you. And if you're building your character, you must want to hear, you must listen to what people have to say about you. Because as I always say, visit my other videos, they're on YouTube. As I always say, if 3 people say something bad about you, it might be true. 3 people who have never met each other say something about you, the possibility is true. For instance, if 3 people who have never met but have met me, they met me, they don't know each other, and they come to somebody or go to somebody and say, yeah, I met that girl, wow, she's cocky. The possibility is it is true. Take that in and let it soak in for a while. My video is going, but let it soak in for a while. My time is going, but let it soak in for a while. The producer soon tell me to cut again, but let it soak in for a while. If 3 people that have never met each other but have met you go to someone who know you and said that person is cocky, the possibility is it is true. Don't take offense. You have to listen. You don't want to listen to the bad things about you, but probably you need to listen. Sometimes it doesn't matter, because if somebody come and say, I heard, Charmaine, that you're a thief, then I don't have to listen to that, because I've never stolen anything in my life. Have I ever stolen anything in my life? I'm just trying to reflect. I might take Tylenol when I am in pain. My producer is telling me it's time to cut. If people come to you and tell you something that is not about you, that you definitely know it's not about you, it might not be true, or it might be true. Let us catch that again, because my producer is telling me it's time to cut. Let us take a break. Welcome back, everyone. I am Charmaine, and I am blessed to be here with you today. This is Impact Gospel Radio, and this program is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. Time has flown. I thought I would finish with seeds and planting good seeds in ourselves, but no, I haven't reached half of the content. I am just going to recap, but let me reflect on the last thing that I was saying. Humility. When we are humble and someone come to us to tell us something, we want to listen. If we want to grow, we will take that criticism. When they criticize us, we will take it in consideration and think about it. We will want to realize that if people have never met us and say something about us, the possibility is true. Let's work on our characteristics and solidify our characteristics. We still have some more to go, but I'm going to recap. So I was talking about planting seeds and what we can do to plant seeds. One of the most important thing I want you to know is that when you build character, what you doing? When you build character, dog scratching my shoes. When you build your character, you need to solidify the values that you are building in yourself. And you need to get rid of people who come to you with false this and false that, who want to steal, to rob and destroy what you have built or built. You want to get rid of these people. You need to say, listen to me. I am not in this and I don't want to hear it. If it doesn't build a positive impact, if it has nothing to do positively, I don't want to hear it. Do not surround yourself with negativity. Despite what is going on around you, think positive. Think something that was good about the situation and focus on that. I am not going to add prayer into this because I'm closing off. I want to give you an excerpt from the I Can't Drive Club. So we have a club of people, a group of people in and around the city that do dangerous things and say things on the road, and we classify those people as the I Can't Drive, and the club that they belong to is the I Can't Drive Club. And so we were going out one day Sunday. We're going out Sunday to church, and this Softy, you're gonna hurt yourself. This person was driving. It's a 4-lane, so it's 4 lanes, one to the extreme left, 2 going ahead and 1 going to the right. And this person was in the far left at the stoplight and just turned from the far left. Turn from the far left into the right lane and make a right turn. It wasn't a laughing situation, people. It is a dangerous drive, and people who are in the I Can't Drive Club, we are seeing you, and we are going to bring it up on our show so that we can allow the driving to be safe for people and others. We are going to go. Let's go. Bye.
Impact Gospel Radio and Mental Health Horizon. All information posted or aired is merely for educational purposes and is not a substitute for seeking further professional advice. While the information aired has been verified to the best of our abilities, we cannot guarantee there are no mistakes or errors. We reserve the right to change this policy at any time. If you want to stay up to date with the latest mental health information, please visit our website at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, book an appointment at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com, or tune into the broadcast every Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time.